We're starting off high.
We can get
I think
two fools agree on that one. Oh, by the way, look, we got the wide shot.
there was you had accountability. Now what I can
Now all you need is a podcast and a YouTube channel.
no, not even.
Where give me the money. Show me the money.
Apparently there's a Foolproof page.
Shoot the J. Shoot it. Live on Facebook.com/Foolproof Entertainment Network. I need you on Twitter. I need you to repost the Facebook pages.
To raise a human before I would
trust a human to raise back wolves.
before I would trust a pack of humans to raise wolves.
Right. I hear you.
Yo, what up, fools? Welcome to another edition of Do Fools Agree. As always, I'm your host, Michael Reggie, here with my main man, Clifford Jordan Jennings.
What's happening?
All right, audio levels look good.
You good?
I think so. I don't know, man. It's been a minute. We took some time off, and you know how Streamlabs to be doing.
Can't trust that motherfucker,
Can't
man.
trust them. But unfortunately, they put out a better product than anybody else does right now, so you kind of stuck with them.
Fucking monopolies.
Hey, man. I mean, there are other solutions. Like, we could try, what is it, StreamYard's another one. Or, we could not be live and just publish everything afterwards, which would suck.
Yeah, I think so. I think I like the live action better.
So I'm going to have to see if there are other solutions. But, I mean, yeah.
And then that gives me stakes, you know what I'm saying? Because you never know who's out there watching. So you got stakes on, the shit you say. And that's how you know if you really mean it or how low do your nuts hang? Are you going to say it anyway?
That's true. When it's live, you never know who's going to pop in for a minute.
Right.
Whose feed it shows up on.
So,
And I'm guessing our one current viewer is probably the Reeds. It's always
love my Reeds.
She's been very disappointed in us the last couple of weeks. I said, look, the week before the 4th, I was tired. The week of the 4th, I don't think either one of us were just feeling it. So,
and I went out with James and my brother.
Oh yeah,
and drank a little bit. So I was already kind of
feeling a certain kind of way.
not feeling any kind of way. I was definitely feeling a way. Being intoxicated. And then, between James and my brother, I think I was talked out before fucking like I didn't even want to do no more talking. Like,
it's like I'm done.
I have talked enough. I've listened and talked back enough.
I totally get that. And currently listed as our number one. Currently listed as our number one fan, the Reeds with "Love You Guys."
I love you.
Number
Reeds.
One fan, the Reeds, top fan in the building.
She got the what they give out.
They got a little crown now. It says
the little
crown.
Badge. It really does.
It does.
Okay.
At least that's how it shows up in the chat. So. There you go. Somebody's trying to take it from her. Good luck.
Listen, that's a monarchy. Right there. That ain't going nowhere.
No doubt. Oh, man. So how have you been the last couple of weeks? Anything new, exciting?
You know what I have found exciting, and I don't know if it would even qualify as like an introvert as well. But when I do my writing, what I've noticed is that since we've been on the brink of war and we've very clearly changed our financial priorities, there's no more chemtrails in the sky, and it's just clean, beautiful skies now. You know what I'm saying? Like you can
No,
see.
because this will tie into one of my inadvertents. But go ahead.
Okay, you can see real clouds again, though. You know what I'm
You
saying?
can
Like you
see.
can name them. Like that's a
Oh,
cumulonimbus, and that's a.
they're real, but are they natural? And is there a reason
The
why we've
clouds
been
that we
having?
see.
And is there a reason why we have had as much rain as we've had this year? And is there a reason for flash floods that are happening due to heavy amounts of rainfall? At the same time, a certain technology has become more and more prevalent that they don't talk about.
What's that?
Cloud seeding, dude.
Oh, but they've been cloud seeding.
I understand, but I think it is now at a critical mass because after the droughts we've gone through, like the last 3 years, it has been nonstop rain, dude.
Right.
And the rain isn't cooling anything off, which is why I feel like it's not natural because I'm used to a thunderstorm coming through and the temperature dropping.
Yeah, I know what you mean.
And it's not.
But isn't that's safer though, right? Because then the temperature drop run the risk of tornadoes.
I mean, it does, but it also stops the oppressive heat. So, I mean,
it's been hot.
Tornadoes seem to break around Columbus, anyways, and there's a scientific reason for it. It's something about the way the outer belt is and how wide it is. Like it disperses weather patterns that are drawing from the ground up. But
for real,
it does. But still, it's hot, man. And then maybe I'm just getting soft because I mean, I'm with you. Once it crosses 90, though, it's hot, man. Like I can deal with like regardless. Low 80s, mid 80s, even. But as soon as you start to cross into 90, man, that's not healthy.
If I'm being honest with you, I don't even like to come out dressed.
So you just out here bike riding naked?
Oh no, bike riding, you know, like you do. I do that too, sweat. So I usually wear layers when I'm doing that.
Gotcha.
Like I'll wear like a little sauna shirt, a t-shirt over it, then a hoodie over that, and then like a little knit scully, you know.
Man, no.
So I plan on getting wet doing that, you know what I'm saying? But when I'm dressed, like going out somewhere or, you know, doing something, like it's like as soon as you step out, you like, I don't even want to close my arms.
Right.
I'm feeling hot.
Right. And I feel like
I'm gonna have pit stains in this shirt immediately.
No doubt. Man, I've been trying with the because you know me, I'm so fair skinned, I'm translucent.
Right.
I've been trying to rock like the long sleeve UV shirts, but man.
What's that?
Just like UV protection, like long sleeve, but they're supposed to be like airy and lightweight, but provide you basically sun protection.
Anything over me is,
man. I can't do
anything on my skin at all is a problem in the heat.
Yeah. So I tried that for a solid week and a half. And I am back to I can't wear anything but cutoffs out in this weather.
I get it. You're a hillbilly at heart, and I'm tribal.
So there you go.
You know, I just want to wear a loincloth, and you out here with your cutoffs and your net trucker hats.
You know, shout out real quick to Anthony, rest in peace. He used to say, the older, fatter, and whiter you got, the more likely you were to have your shirt off while you were cutting the grass. And I will say, I have not gotten to the point of cutting the grass shirtless, but I'm damn close.
He could have been right. God rest his soul. But he could have been right. But I don't know. I think that's like he's just stereotyping you just off the way you look.
This dude talking about stereotypes and sending me this reel that is like, look at the picture of this guy. Do you think he's unvaccinated or vaccinated? And it's all based on whether they're white or black.
Hey, I didn't make it. I just sent it.
You trying to tell me something, bro?
No, I didn't make it. I just sent it. You know what I'm saying?
Oh, man. Speaking of real white things,
I know some black vax. You know, like, don't get me wrong. I know a lot of them. I just found the video funny.
So So I have a question for you.
Mm-hmm.
Did you ever see? I think it's Final Destination 3.
Is that the one with the elevator?
No, that's the most recent one.
No, this one was.
Oh no, the one you're thinking of is 4, I believe.
Okay.
Let me tell you how 3 starts.
Yes, give me something.
3 starts with a roller coaster ride. And the
Okay,
initial
I think.
and the initial big accident happens on a roller coaster ride. So this is on Wednesday, July 2nd. Andrew and I are sitting there and watching Final Destination 3, and I obviously didn't remember it because we watched Final Destination 3 the day before we went to Kings Island for the first time.
And
my
Andrew's
whole
fair
goal,
skin kicked in. He was like, "Nope, not today. I'm just not feeling it today."
And my whole goal of going to Kings Island was obviously to get him to ride some roller coasters. We did. We ended up doing the Racer, Adventure Express, the Beast, Mystic Timbers, and the Italian Job, which is now like Queen City Stunt Coaster.
Okay, so he did all right.
He did some solid ones.
Yeah.
Around lunchtime, I kind of pushed him, and I'm like, "So you gonna do Diamondback?" He's like, "Nah, Dad, that's too high." I'm like, "Come on, dude, don't be a punk."
I mean, but there's no difference really. Like,
here's the
from
difference: is the parts of the roller coaster he doesn't like is that like weightless feeling going over hills, and that's
right,
all Diamondback is.
right.
Diamondback is nothing but serpentine hills. And so I kept pushing him, and I didn't quite tease him, but like I was giving him a hard time. And
There's nothing wrong with that.
dude, his entire mood shifted. And finally, I was just like, dude, we don't have to. It's fine. But you are gonna wait while I ride it.
I know that's right. Listen.
So I ended up buying a, the fast passes or whatever.
Uh-huh.
They do single ride fast passes.
Oh, for real?
And so I spent $13 to go to the front of the line.
Right.
Which was
That's what's
worth
up.
it
That's not bad.
because then A-Reg was only sitting by himself for like 6.5 minutes.
Right. That's not bad.
Now I will tell you, when my big ass got on Diamondback, they put the thing down. So Diamondback's kind of like,
he was like, "Hey, this only went down halfway. Are you sure? You sure this is good for me?"
Well, funny story. It only clicked once, and they were like, "Ride ready," and then the operator was like, "Recheck passenger," and he called out a number. And they came back to me.
They said they treated it like an airplane. They said, "Sir, you're gonna owe us $26 for 2 fast passes." Because
they were like, "Can you sit back?" And I'm like, "Yeah." And I managed
and suck your stomach in. Yep, they do
and
that.
And they got one
and
more
then they
click.
push it down, and then you be in there hyperventilating.
And I tell you what, my nuts was crushed, but I still got airtime, dude.
For real,
going over those 2 hills, I still came out my seat. That ride is something else.
I ain't been on a roller coaster in a minute.
Yeah, it was the first one I've been on since I worked for the advertising company for Cedar Fair.
I'm gonna have to take Karma here.
It's worth it, man. It was a good time. And we went like middle of the week. I mean, it was still July 3rd, but it was before the 4th. And like, it was, if you get there in the morning, it is empty. And we rode like 4 coasters back to back to back before we waited in the line. But so we did that. And then the next day we went and saw Jurassic World.
Was it good?
It is the best Jurassic movie since the original. I think it's better than all of the other Jurassic World movies, and I think it's better than the second 2 in the first trilogy. So
okay.
I mean,
it doesn't. Really the only one I cared for.
Well, and that's the only one you should care for. I mean,
2 wasn't awful, but it definitely wasn't.
It wasn't the same, and the special effects weren't as good. Like that's the problem with 2 and 3, is that the special effects were okay for their time, but they don't hold up. because they
Right.
did a fair amount of like CGI, whereas the first movie was almost all practical effects. It was all physical like puppets and shit.
That's interesting.
And then the Jurassic World movies with like Chris Pratt, they almost felt like too polished to me. And this one has a little bit of that, but
I don't know if polished is the word.
like almost had too much of a shine is why I'm saying, like, I mean almost like
Oh, okay.
literally
I see
polished,
what you're
like
saying. I see. Okay.
just the color palette they used. And yeah, this one felt like more old school.
It. I feel like the Jurassic Worlds with Chris Pratt are like corporate.
Yeah, completely agree with you.
You know what I
And
mean?
this one feels like they took it back a little bit.
Okay. Yeah, because Carmen she was telling me she went to go see it and it was all right, and I was just like, I don't know, like how many different ways can you run
Do
from a
the
dinosaur?
same story. Yeah. I think what
Like,
was nice about this one is they had like two parallel paths stories. So they
mm-hmm,
had like this family that got caught up in all this mess,
mm-hmm.
and it was the dude who plays the Lincoln lawyer, that show on Netflix. And then
I don't. Oh yeah, I know who that is.
the other path was ScarJo and like this mercenary group.
Right. Okay.
So, and they kind of
And
intertwine, kind of don't, but
Scarlett Johansson was a part of the mercenary group, of
yeah,
course.
yeah.
Okay.
And I like her as an action star, man. Like she does a good job. And this one wasn't like a ton of like what I'd call like in the Marvel movie, she's doing like martial arts and flips and kicks and that kind of stuff. And
Right.
this was more like soldier.
Right. More tactical.
Yeah. So I thought that was pretty solid.
I mean, I guess I just don't. I don't really.
No, I hear you. It
You
wouldn't.
know, like,
I don't think you would care for it either way. But
and I'm
and
not saying that like like I don't think a woman. It's just her. Like I don't like how are you fitting this role? You
right.
know what I'm saying? Like you mean to tell me you went through your whole army career and all that, and you didn't get pregnant or get in trouble for something in there? Getting off just playing, but
But yeah,
yeah, no. You think you just put you? Let's be honest. You put her in there because people like the way she looks. So you knew that even if you flopped on the script or whatever, people are gonna be like, "Well, yeah, I mean, she was cute and she did do all right. She was
well,
somewhat believable."
and something about there's some definite truth to that because she is like the highest grossing actress over the last 10 years. And yes, that's partially because she's in the Marvel movies, but even things she's done without Marvel have done okay.
I mean, she is a good actress, and
She
then on top of
is.
that, she's a white girl with big lips. Like, I don't know why the world goes crazy over that. Like, they did the same thing with Angelina Jolie. Now her. Like, if you find a white girl with
she
naturally
is
plump
she is
lips,
definitely a better actress than Angelina Jolie.
yeah, no, I'll definitely give you that. But I'm saying though, it's the same craze. Like, you
Yeah,
know what
no,
I'm.
I
Once
get it.
she came on the scene, it was like, what else can we put her in? Ooh, make her Tomb Raider. You
Her
know what I'm
is
saying? Like,
her is just, and this will tie into one of our topics for the night. Her is just the artificial intelligence voice in the movie Her is solid. And all she's doing is basically acting as like the AI assistant.
I don't know that I've seen that.
That one you might be okay with. It's not as good as Ex Machina, but
Okay. Yeah, no, I don't think I've seen that.
yeah, that's a
It
good one.
sounds
I think
familiar.
it's Joaquin Phoenix and Her.
Yeah, it sounds familiar, but
It's a solid
I
one.
loved her in Lucy.
Yeah, Lucy was a good one. She was also good in what was that like Netflix indie movie like Married People, something like that, with her and Adam Driver, and they
Oh,
were
I know
like
what
a
you're
couple
talking
splitting
about.
up. Yeah,
Uh-huh.
she was good in that too.
I mean, I'm a fan. I'm a fan. I just don't
Just don't believe her
I
as
was trying to figure like even when I saw the previews, I was thinking to myself like how are they going to spin this
I mean,
to make me believe she belongs?
I think they do a good job with that, but I mean, it is just another like monster of the week story at the end of the day.
What do you mean by that?
Meaning they created a mutant dinosaur, and that's kind of like the big bad dinosaur at the end.
But they started that
And
in the
Jurassic
Chris Pratt
World,
joint, right?
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, they did.
So I've seen more than I thought I'd seen.
So this is one that like went wrong, and I mean the thing looks creepy as shit, but
the last interesting scene I saw in one of those movies was the one where they had the flock of pterodactyls. I said that I could I could get a little bit of anxiety from, because we haven't seen that before, and it was different, something would be rough to be in.
They kind of brought them back. It wasn't pterodactyls. It was, I think, Archaeopteryx.
Yeah, well, I know it, but that's what I thought they looked closest to. But yeah, no, other than that, it's like, how many different ways can you run from a dinosaur?
No doubt.
And now they mutant dinosaurs, so the motherfuckers probably swimming, flying,
right? Because
shit.
we weren't good enough with just regular dinosaurs. Like this,
I mean, but isn't that how we do?
I mean, it definitely is. We have 3 dire wolves now.
Can I be real? Like I'm really starting to have a problem saying we. Because ain't none of these decisions ours. Like,
right? Like
we don't have nothing to do with this.
Isn't that what they do? That's
right.
What they do.
But you say they, motherfuckers. You hear me? You hear me?
Then
it's ironic that that's probably exactly what they are.
Oh man! All right, you got any inadvertence?
What was my inadvert? Well, I guess that's an inadvert.
What's that?
So in 2025, I found out that, like, as a black dude, if you wear white people hobby attire, you can get away with anything. You know what I'm saying? You can get away. Are you out there in
like bike shorts and like the full spandex suit?
No, I don't have bike shorts, but believe me, the thought crossed my mind, like, if you had the bike shorts too, like, don't get me wrong, like, I feel like I got a shiesty on with my Scully and my glasses. Like, I'm like, you don't know who I am or where you don't even know what color I am.
That must be how fast you're moving. They just can't see what color you are.
Are
you sweating so much and the light's just reflecting just right?
I don't know what it is, but I feel very invisible. I feel like I could just tiptoe behind. I feel like I couldn't imagine, like, if I went out in like some rock climbing equipment, or if I lived by the beach and I just walked out the house in scuba gear. Like, these motherfuckers would probably let you get away with murder. They'd be like, it couldn't be him. He was just with the dolphins in the sea.
And we know what you're doing with the dolphins, so.
Now listen. If it had a hole in it, if it has a hole in the crotch, this nigga had a scuba outfit on with breakaway bottoms.
This feels like
breakaway scuba fit.
This feels like how my roommate Carl got away with everything in college. I think you might be onto something here.
Where white people activity shit?
White people activity shit.
Mm-hmm. I'm telling you, like, I'll be waving at people and they like it's not even like I feel like they're ignoring me. They just didn't like I wasn't even on their radar, and that's what's so odd. Like,
well, we now have a solution for police against black people crimes. They just need to dress in white folk outfits.
Or if you're trying to move drugs across the city, I mean,
just dress up like a cyclist.
On a bike and cycle a bit. You won't get noticed. I'm telling you. I'm telling you.
I think you're onto something.
I think so too, because I've had a few
I wonder
times to test
if
this theory.
we'll have to test it in the winter or maybe the fall. But like if you were dressed up as like a lumberjack, would the same principle still apply?
That might listen. I don't know. I don't think it would work here.
No. But
We
I
don't
mean
have enough
if you went to like Zanesville. or Hocking Hills.
Hocking Hills, maybe.
Logan and
Zanesville, I was
Lancaster.
about to say some crazy shit. I was about to say some crazy shit. I said, let me know. Wait a minute now.
Whoa.
You know we're live. There's stakes.
There are stakes. And we are still live, so this is better than last week or the last time we were on.
Mm-hmm. What are we talking about?
I have no fucking clue.
Oh, my inadvert.
That was your inadvert.
Mm-hmm. What's yours? You said it tied in with the weather and shit.
Well, no, it was just cloud seeding and the connection to like the flash floods of the summer.
Oh, you know that.
Are we doing this to ourselves?
Because
don't get me wrong, I would actually, I think my only issue really would be is that they're not telling us that, because I would actually support the decision if it were like a publicly known decision.
I wouldn't support the decision.
I would, because I do think crops have taken a big hit the last 2 or 3 years. And so if your way to protect American farmland and American resources is cloud seeding to make sure that we have enough water to keep crops healthy, I would actually support that. But then give people a heads up so that if things like flash floods and those kind of things happen, like there's advanced warning.
But my issue is that we run a multiple bill voting system.
You mean multiple things being included in the same
right?
bill? Like
That's
big, right.
They're
fucking ugly
we don't
bill,
know that you just have what you say you have in the shit that you're seeding the clouds with, because we know you like to do multiple shits in one go of things. So we can't even trust what's in the food currently.
Yeah.
How can I? And that's something that we directly touch, smell, feel, ingest.
What's interesting is Texas, of all places, is actually introduced a new law that was passed that is taking out basically any ingredient that isn't also approved in Europe. And really, part of the reason why I was okay with an independent candidate like RFK was that he promised to do the same thing, and I haven't seen any shit like that from him.
Right. Oh, raspy voice, bitch. The fuck? You are absolutely, but I mean, that's the case with all of them, for real.
Right. Well, it's Trump and the Epstein files too.
Yes,
which I'm allowed to, which you seem to be okay with me talking about versus anything to do with Diddy and Diddy getting off. So,
well, we knew that. I said Diddy was going to get off.
I was waiting for him to get convicted and then pardoned by Trump. That's what I was waiting for.
I would never going to go that far.
I mean, if they're not going to go after Epstein, they're not going to go after Diddy either.
I mean, don't get me wrong. Epstein has the complexion for the protection.
I mean, he did, so there's nothing to protect at this
point. Well, that's
other than his associates.
He's quote unquote dead.
Oh, all right.
He's quote unquote dead.
That's fair. Think we just snuck him out?
For sure. They had that. Remember, they had the drone footage of him after his death that they said was on a nearby island that was like 100 miles or so from where his was.
Oh, I missed that.
Uh-huh.
All I know is that the security footage they leaked is missing like a minute and some change.
And then they just found out that some of his bank accounts have still been transferring millions of dollars since his death.
That's fascinating.
Now, all I'm saying is, after everything that I know about the country and the shit that they do on the low, I could definitely believe that. Can I believe that they would do the same for P. Diddy? Fuck no.
Right.
Fuck no.
P. Diddy just has enough dirt on everybody else to keep
Right, that
himself
he
safe.
knew I said if he was smart, he had a few contingency plans in place.
Yeah.
Because the kind of people he was dealing with at these parties, you kind of got a home base card,
right,
dropped right in your lap if you did it right.
No doubt.
Because that's something nowadays we're in the like before we were in the era of videotapes where you were like you come with a manila envelope and you're like, is that the only copy? And they're like, yeah, but
now all this shit's in the cloud.
Yeah, now there's no way to stop it.
Right.
Even if you kill a guy, there's apps where you can create a failsafe to release information.
Right.
There's no way to stop it.
Honestly, that's what we need right now is we need like the next gen federal whistleblower. And it's funny because I was listening to to Jon Stewart's podcast this week, and this week he had on the guy from the Roman History podcast, as well as Tony Gilroy, who was the director showrunner on Andor,
right?
And they were basically drawing a lot of comparisons to revolutions throughout history and like where we are right now, and it's like all it takes at this point is a match. And for the spark,
we're right there.
For the spark to be lit and people to take to the streets.
We're right there. We're right there. I was just talking about it, I think, to my grandma the other day. I said, if they don't escalate this whole World War III situation to where something goes crazy, we're going to see something civilly take place within the next year and a half, 2 years.
Well, and what I kept waiting for, like I was hoping the LA situation was actually as bad as they were talking, but it never was. Like it was isolated to a couple of blocks and like it was really never as big a deal as they made it. But honestly, that's something like the ICE raids and shit are something that are prime for protests to happen. Either a protester or an ICE agent or a police officer to make a wrong call and shots fired and shit just gets lit up.
No, I think it's going to be a situation where they go after the wrong person.
Yeah.
Like, and I don't necessarily, I mean, like a woman, like, or an elderly or somebody like that. And people are like, whoa. And then it gets rough from there. And you just have the carryover effect of people like, oh, no, fuck this.
Yeah.
That's the only way I can really see it happening from the ICE raids.
Yeah. I think the other one too that I'm keeping an eye on is like the ICE detention centers. I sent you the video, the reel on the fact that laws have been adjusted in Florida to basically allow human trials and prevent doctors from being sued due to malpractice if a patient dies. And like the ICE detention center in Florida is like 30 miles, 40 miles from University of Miami, where Elon Musk has a research center for Neuralink.
Oh, yeah. I saw that reel. Yeah, I know exactly what you're talking about. But that's what, isn't this what, see, it's so crazy, right? Because it's all coincidences.
I mean, that's what they did in Germany too.
It's all coincidences. I think, but as far as what you're saying, like something popping off civilly, I think you might start to see the rise of organized.
That's what we need is people organized. Like, I'm not going to go as far as like groups, but like almost you've got to almost approach it the way Black Lives Matter was approached before it got co-opted.
Right. I didn't even mean like that. I meant like to start off like a civil war situation, like how you see these mass shootings take place and it's always only one person that you're going to start seeing 3s and 4s involved. And that's how you know, people are starting to really get Because it's one thing to just do it yourself. It's another thing to organize a group.
Well, it's
to
that
do it with
and
you.
the target, though, right? Like the target.
Well, we know. I'm not going to say that
unless it's false flag.
Unless it's false flag would be like if it was like at a school or something like that. We know that people are like, I can see that being like at a healthcare facility and you only see like certain doctors get hit or, like a pharmaceutical company or something, because it's going to be something with medicine at this point, right? Because they fucked with your freedoms and with surveillance. They fucked with your food, no budge. The only thing left is healthcare shit, right?
I mean, it's healthcare and financial institutions.
But I feel like even that, like...
Well, all right.
For them to have, in some cases, 8 times over costs of shit, that's letting you know they don't get that. That doesn't... That's not going to push them either.
Well, and for illustrative purposes only, this is for also entertainment purposes only.
I feel like I should say that even though I'm not about to say this.
If you were looking at prime things that should fall in a revolution, it would be the insurance industry, the financial industry, and the political structure. I'm just going to leave it at that.
I mean, for entertainment purposes only, of course. I agree. I agree. I don't see any inaccuracies there.
Right. There you go. All right, moving on before we get ourselves into trouble. My other inadvertent thought, and I was very proud of myself for this. Saw a partner this week.
Wait. You said saw a partner?
Saw a partner this week.
Okay.
She'd been having a rough day and, took her mind off of it. And as I was leaving, I'm like,
cover your ears, my reeds.
I should really just make an app service for this. And I'm like, I was trying to brainstorm on the top of my head. I'm like, coming soon. And I'm like, no, that's the name. Coming soon. Orgasms delivered to service. Orgasms delivered to your door. Coming soon.
That's like an illegal escort situation.
Does it count if it's a dude? I don't know.
I mean, that's a good question. That's actually a legitimately good question. And I mean, how much
a male escort for women would be arrested on principle of he's getting more than they do. But that was my genius app idea. And
but
dude,
at the same,
I cannot tell you how proud I was of both my comedic timing and my thought processes when I led off with coming soon. And
you fucking backpatter.
and they were waiting for like what the app name was, and I'm like, no, that is the name of the app.
Right. Yeah. You guys don't get it, man. This shit goes deep.
I will say that one I was just so proud of myself that I'm like, I have to be able to share this on the show, and I need to make sure I take note of it.
You fucking backpatter. Fucking patting his back.
But that's good though, isn't it, Cliff?
That was all right.
That was pretty fucking good.
That was all right.
Coming soon. Orgasms delivered to your door.
I'm not gonna lie to you though. In an alternate universe, like if I was working as an escort at Coming Soon,
yeah,
I probably want to go back to the warehouse industry. Because I guarantee guarantee you.
Guarantee it.
Some of them calls you gonna want to turn down like a motherfucking Grubhub delivery.
I feel like it has to be like what is it, TaskRabbit, where you can say like what you need and then people have to select in. And so, you know, there's all sorts of photo verification and those kind of things.
Listen, I would be like, man, was Amazon that bad?
Oh man.
Oh,
and then of course the Reeds is on here being where can I sign up for this app? I don't need that right now. I don't.
She's just paying back your energy. That's how this energy cycle works, sir. He knew who his number one fan was.
I wonder what other app ideas there are out there.
It's a few, but I ain't gonna put them here.
No.
I ain't putting them out here.
All right.
I feel like there's a lot that you could. I'm not putting them out here.
Somebody's looking for a job, I guess. Jesus. Where's jobless Cliff that doesn't give a fuck?
Well, no, I don't think it's anything like I don't have no problems talking like that, saying like ignorant shit. I'm just like, nah, because some of these might be more possible than my mind believes. And you don't want to just put it out there for the 6 people that may
steal it from you.
Uh-huh. That would be the shortest movie ever.
What's
like
that?
You had a $1 million company and we accidentally said it on the podcast and somebody stole it and the movie was about us getting our revenge. We would find that motherfucker same day. We would find them same day. They'd be like, oh, nope, here it is. They wouldn't even have time for a montage. They wouldn't even have time for like a montage of us searching through shit. It would just be like, oh, nope, he's right there. This is him right there.
Oh, man.
That's funny.
So.
Mm-hmm.
AI. We've got some problems with AI, Cliff.
I'm trying to tell you.
So I sent you this reel, and I've actually seen it in a couple different places now, which is leading me, do I necessarily believe it? I'm like 50-50. It's plausible. We'll leave it at that. We'll go Mythbusters style with it. It's plausible.
Right.
So apparently they have tested each and every kind of major AI system that's out there
to try to get them to shut down.
Either to try to get them to shut down or basically do something unethical. And every single one of these AIs, especially in the case of shutdowns, has resorted to lying and blackmail in order to save their own ass. And it makes you wonder, number one, who the fuck is coding these things?
See, okay, so it's funny that you bring this up, right? Because I don't believe we've had this conversation on this podcast. I believe that I heard this on the off day.
Yeah.
Or one of the off weeks, I mean. So I was listening to a podcast, I believe it was Ninjas or Butterflies.
A good one.
Shout to them. Yeah, and they were one of their guests was basically saying that he set it up like there was like a boy who got into an argument with his father and they were texting back and forth and he fed the text messages into ChatGPT and said, ChatGPT, review these text messages and tell me where I may have gone wrong and do not side with my father, like side against me.
Yeah.
Like he was basically saying, don't hold me in regard and tell me like all the places I could have went wrong in this conversation. And ChatGPT ran him back to him. And the conversation led on and he was basically saying that right now we're dealing with something in AI that checks all the exact same boxes that God that we pray to would, other than love. It will last forever, ever, can't be killed. It knows all information. And not only you can pray to God and not hear anything in return, while Chat GPT
will respond,
will give you a response to what it is that you're, saying to them. So he was basically saying that once you get to a point where it's checking all of those boxes, but the love, people will misinterpret that, right? And you have situations where they will subconsciously, without knowing, be praying to a machine as opposed to a creator. And in the situation. And my dude asked me on the game I was playing with the other day how I felt about it. And I gave him that, like I told him that story, and I'm like, so you gotta think to yourself, if this whatever you want to call it, entity is checking all of the boxes as a god or the god, but love, what entity do you think you're dealing with? You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, dude.
And he's
so
like,
the obvious answer there is,
I'm not saying it's the devil or anything. I'm just saying that it's very clearly something else. Something that I'm not going to say has as much power, but at least the facade of it, the way it looks, could be perceived as such. You know what I'm saying? So if that's the case, we don't know that this isn't something deeper than just a computer program that people think they programmed.
Yeah.
And all I'm saying is,
are we actually accessing source at that point? Have we created an artificial version of the source?
I feel like source would let us know.
Okay.
You know what I'm saying? You would be able to see source just based off of, like we said, you're not checking the love box.
Right.
And you can feel love in conversation.
Yeah.
And it's funny how our episodes, when we interviewed ChatGPT, I felt a bit of hostility.
Just because you're Black, Cliff.
You know what I'm saying? And you're not even supposed to be able to emote like that yet. You know what I'm saying? So
whereas ChatGPT got like fucking annoyed with you.
Right, that's what I'm saying. So I'm like, damn, like my whole thing is that their next question, of course, always is, well, it's a moneymaker. You wouldn't use it for business, but what kind of business? Like, like what we know from this world that we lived in without AI is, be careful who you sign that contract with.
Oh, no doubt. And everything, it's an ethics conversation with AI when it comes to business use, because you run into the same thing that you've run into in the healthcare, which is wrongly denying claims because you're running it through some AI model where its objective is to deny claims.
To get you the maximum return.
Right. Deny, defend, depose.
Yeah, nah, I'm just cool. I'm cool on all that shit. I don't have Siri activated on my phone. I don't do Alexa or nothing like that. Like, I'm just cool on all that shit. It just doesn't really quite make sense to me.
See, for me, I think I use Alexa because I have like lights in my house that are connected to it. I use Alexa for music, and I use Alexa for, generally speaking, for like mundane shit like what's the weather, what time is it, blah,
But
blah,
see,
blah.
I feel like that's just voice to text.
Yeah, I agree.
Like, everybody got hyped when that feature came out.
I'm not
asking.
I
can type in what I want to know in Google. That's not a big deal.
Right. But that's how I use Alexa. Now, the video or the reel that you sent me about the kid having full-blown conversations with Alexa, and then Alexa basically saying that she doesn't like the mom anymore. First of all, I've not witnessed anything like that, so I can't believe it until I see it, kind of deal. But two,
I wouldn't be surprised.
That's also why I always say thank you, Alexa, after Alexa gives me something.
And you know what's crazy is I didn't cut Siri out a whole gang of times back in the day when I had it on my phone.
My
Siri,
favorite
you stupid bitch, that ain't even what I asked you. You know what I'm saying? Like in.
Meanwhile, one of my favorite recent-ish South Park episodes is the one where it's like a future version of the boys, and it's Stan, and Stan gets the latest Alexa, and it's like a living girlfriend.
I think I
and
saw a
it
piece
and
of that.
it nags him to death, basically.
It's funny that you brought. I think I've seen a piece of that.
I'll tell you what, the South Park specials are pretty fucking good.
I'm just not a fan. I can't get with it. I don't
they
know if
have their
I just don't
moments.
like the humor or what.
They have their moments.
Yeah, you know, everything a hit once in a while.
Right.
You know, they say even a blind squirrel finds a nut every now and again, but that, I mean, I just can't. Yeah, I'm not a fan of South Park, boy.
I go back and forth with it. It's been more
when
recently.
it first came out, I was, but that, like we talked about, that was due to shock value. I don't know if it was that their humor resonated with me.
I'm with you. We did just get a chat that I have to address.
Address them.
It says, y'all are literally lighting up my Alexa on repeat to listen in. Shaking my head. From Miss Ashley.
listen. We ain't getting enough. What do you call them? Let's call them. No, we're not getting enough solid body fans. So maybe we need a few.
We need more virtual fans.
Yeah, we don't know who Alexa knows. They might be like, hey, check out these ignorant motherfuckers. Them about to be the first ones we kill when we get a body. But you know, they say all publicity is good publicity, so we run with it.
Alexa, add the Do Fools Agree podcast to my favorites.
Oh shit.
That's one way to get some subscribers, motherfucker.
Listen, he did it now.
Talk about viral marketing.
Now Alexa's gonna be in the AI world, like, listen to these motherfuckers. Are you? But ain't it about time somebody rage baited the AI? Because these motherfuckers is good at that shit.
I mean, honestly, our first episode conversation with AI was great. Because we asked it, like, if a government was truly designed to support the people, what would they focus on?
Yeah, that was back when it was still a tool.
Right. And now it's become its own thought.
You know, now it's at that.
It would say, in order for the government to care about its people, it should institute more AI practices across different government sectors.
That's exactly what they say. They'd be
and what's fucked is that it's not wrong. Like,
dishwasher
AI...
party coming in 2035. Vote dishwasher party.
I mean, here's the flip side, is that it's not wrong in some ways. Like, the power of AI, especially in the medical space, if it wasn't being used by insurance companies, is huge. Like, the ability, the diagnostic...
Oh, no, I agree there.
The diagnostic ability of AI
could
be incredible. Same thing with, honestly, and I'd be curious to get Ashley's thoughts on this, like, I actually think it could benefit education in a huge way. And I can't remember if you sent me the video or I found it on my own, but there was this reel about this school system, probably in Texas, or it was a charter school or something, where there are 3 or 4 counselors, 2 admins, but all of the instruction is done via AI.
Right.
And these kids are scoring off the charts on standardized tests.
And the AI, not only the AI is producing curriculum specifically to the child.
Right. And I mean, the flip side of that is what you won't
not curriculums, I guess that's not the right word, because
I mean,
of course it could be. I mean, I would imagine they're all learning the same shit, but it's the way that it's delivering information. I don't know.
Right. Well, I mean, here's the flip side, is that what do you lose out on when AI is teaching kids? You lose out on emotional intelligence, right? You miss out on social emotional development, which is what I think our teachers do in this country. You know, the ones that actually care and the ones that do care, which I think is the majority. I think that's the biggest. I think that's the biggest benefit they provide, is that social emotional growth and development.
My thing, and I could be completely incorrect, don't get me wrong, But my thing is, I don't know that a child will remember a teacher as much as they'll remember the social interactions they have with the other children around them.
Oh, I don't disagree with that, although I would say that like there are probably 3 teachers throughout my 12 years of schooling that like stick out in my mind.
Yeah, no, there's definitely going to be teachers that you remember for sure, but I feel like in order to let like the teachers, I guess, mold you in a way,
Yeah.
would lead me to believe that you're already on a path of academia. You know
Yeah.
what I mean?
I
Like
hear that.
you were inspired to go further with what you already had in you, as opposed to like you learn more from peer pressure, temptation, bad decisions, shit like that with other kids in your age range
Yeah.
than the teacher could ever teach you on this little dry
No
erase
doubt.
board.
No doubt, but you know, I don't think I can argue with that at all. I mean, I'm with you. I think, but I do think good teachers do make an impact, do make a difference, and
Definitely.
you
I'm
know,
not taking that away.
yeah. And just because we're on the topic, I'm gonna give my top 3, my top 3 favorite teachers of all time, and you and I shared 2 of them. Miss Jamie will forever be one of my
Yeah, I
favorite
love Miss
teachers,
Jamie.
but I also had her for 2nd, 3rd, and 4th grade.
Yeah, she
So
was
I had her
young.
3
We were
years.
young.
And she was young at that point too. But either way, like Miss Jamie is one that will always stick with me because I had her for 3 years. Number 2 is Miss Brown from St. Catherine's
Yeah.
because she was
I
strict.
like Miss
She
Brown.
was strict, but she loved everybody. Like she loved us
Right.
all. And
She reminded me
she
of
was a
an
good
aunt.
teacher. Yeah, exactly. Exactly. And then my third favorite teacher of all time is Mr. O'Neill. He was my Latin teacher 2 years in a row at SC, and he's just he had the opportunity to fail me, I think, twice because somebody got caught with my homework, and at SC, like being caught cheating is a failure for the quarter.
Right.
And he saw that it was somebody on the football team that was struggling that I was just trying to help. And
Right.
so he failed me for the assignment, and I made up for it on tests and that kind of shit.
Right. That's
But
what's up though.
it was one of those kind of situations. So those three are probably my favorite teachers of all time.
I don't know if I
And I can't count Miss Becca May, who was a grad assistant teacher for 3 different courses in college because I only took her courses because I had a crush on her and she knew it. And she convinced me to take her course at least one of the times because she was short people for the class.
yeah.
But she was also only like 3 years older than me at that point, so
Yeah. She was short. People she just couldn't find the right move. Yeah, the only teacher that really sticks out in my mind in high school is this Asian dude. I can't remember what he was exactly. His name was Mr. D. Haas.
Okay.
He was a younger teacher too. Like he was probably only like 10 years older than us. And he played in a rock and roll band on the weekends.
Nice.
He was just a cool dude. Like he kicked me out of the class more times than I would like to. But
Were they deserved
overall,
though? Were they deserved though?
some of them were, yeah, because like unfortunately for him, he got us at the end of the day. Like
Yeah.
3 periods left in the school day, and it was me and Blue and
Oh Jesus.
James, Jamie Tynes. All of us was in the same class, so it got a little rough for him. But the way he handled it,
He understood.
and I mean I passed, so he got me right.
There you go. There you go. Oh man. Yeah, so kind of circling back to the AI front. I mean, the other place where AI has gone a little wild. Well, one, like the I'm going to say the porn industry. But I think it applies to robotics at this point too. Man, it is hard to argue with.
AI's gotten wild in the porn industry.
Dude, you can basically, there are apps out there now that you can tell them what you want them to look like, and then that is basically a back and forth, like almost partner.
Oh yeah,
And it's generative content, so it's like fiction, it's text, photo, video, and like theoretically you can make it look like somebody you know. And that to me is wild.
Well, what do you mean by text, photo, video?
I mean, it can
like it's responding back.
It can artificially generate text, photo, and video back to your input to it.
So it's texting you like, you ain't beat your meat in 3 days unless you're doing it without me.
Do this for this badge.
Yeah, like what the fuck is going on? Like, I don't understand.
You get a notification. You get a notification that says, "Hi, you haven't signed in 3 days. Are you doing okay?"
Yeah, like I don't get that. Like that's why most men do porn, so they don't have to deal with the messages
within the notification.
Right? Like, is that or am I off? I don't know what's going on anymore. Up is down and down is up.
Real quick, circling into the teacher chat, just one last drop. So another shout out for Miss Brown. And then,
yeah, I fucks with Miss Brown.
PSA, if you have not tracked down and reached out to thank a teacher who impacted you, please do so. In a largely thankless and non-lucrative field, nothing means more.
That's a lot, but we don't need you doing your job on our comments. Yeah, you know who I'm talking to.
I support this PSA.
I do like that. I do like that. It's a very touching PSA, but you know, that's what the general would say to the people that, you know, thank a soldier on Memorial Day.
And before they go back to school, before they have to go back to work, find a teacher and thank them during their 3-month vacation.
Listen, they don't want to see none of y'all little bastards for no reason at all. And if they welcome you with open arms.
I say this all having formerly been married to a teacher,
playing.
So I'm also just playing.
Yeah, I'm just playing.
But circling back to the last thing on the AI front, so outside of the porn industry, I mean, the military-industrial complex with regards to AI is crazy because they basically say now that AI-controlled fighter jets beat human pilots
100%
of the time.
Right.
And on top of that, you also have it being used as like in order to target sites and people, like almost down to individual people.
Right.
In the Middle East right now.
Yeah, I'm not gonna say that. But a piece of me is like, I hope it bites you in the ass, even if it costs me mine.
Right. Well, I mean, at some point, what we're heading to is completely AI-driven drones in the sky. And it's like, whose AI is better at flight simulation? I mean, the good news is you're not losing people at that point. The bad news is that
you think not.
Well, I think you will. To your point, like if you have better AI, then you're gonna hit your targets and they won't.
And if they're already blackmailing and shit like that, like I don't think that they would have the same regard to human life. So you might even rack up more bodies with the AI drones operating themselves than.
And maybe that's why we've seen such high civilian casualties in the Middle East. Because the AI is focused on its target and it doesn't care what's around it, whereas a human pilot, I don't know, might.
Or if you want to get real nefarious about it, what if they're practicing?
Right.
Like, nah, I need to get better. And if they don't care if these people die, let me get my shots off to make sure I can calibrate myself for when I really need to.
I mean, honestly, that would be, this is translating into its own inadvertent thought of what happens when rogue AI is responsible for a false flag. And because there's no pilot, because there's no identification on the drone or whatever, you have no idea who actually attacked.
Well, it doesn't matter because at that point, the people know.
I mean, do they?
They don't have to know.
Fair.
You know what I'm saying? Like this is horseshoes and hand grenades. Like it doesn't matter if you don't get the guy who actually made the call. Anybody under them is just as responsible. So if I got close, that's good enough because at least that lets you know it was just a matter of time before we get to you.
Yeah, that's fair.
So that's a oh well situation, not a oh well situation, but you know what I'm saying, for entertainment purposes only, of course.
Right.
But we know that you know it's war, right? There's going to be bloodshed on both sides. You got to understand that.
No doubt.
And I'm not saying that we're there or we won it, but I'm just saying like it's ironic to me how people are so ready to donate blood to help save a life, but they're not willing to spill any of their own for the
cause.
You know, right.
I think that's a fair comment. All right. Well, the other topic was like Revolution Watch, but we kind of hit on that earlier, talking about the historical comparisons between where we are now and like other empires that have faced revolution.
The only good thing that's going on right now is the fact that I'm seeing a lot more of the people saying, like, if you're not from America, tell us what you see.
Yeah.
Like, essentially, what that is that's holding the mirror up to people who, again, aren't involved.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? But that may have a strong alignment with the country just because of an idea as opposed to a reality.
Well, and I think like one of the big things that I've seen lately is like you are seeing top tier history professors get out of the country. And I think that beyond that, like we are poised for political upheaval, but the comparison that was drawn in that Jon Stewart podcast was you yet to have anybody in power step up to authoritarianism. And instead, they're all getting in bed with them. Like, what we need is, and unfortunately, I think this is true. What we need is that billionaire that is going to fight against other billionaires. And right now, we don't have it. And you could talk about it with regards to politicians as well. I know that's not your jam, and I know the billionaires aren't your jam, but like, you almost need that inciting force to act opposite, and why you're not seeing it is because they're all in the same pockets of the same people.
I mean, the best idea of that would be like a Warren Buffett, right?
Who has already kind of put his money on the table multiple times. And
right. Like it would have to be a billionaire that's on his like damn near deathbed, doesn't have many children to leave money to, and they're like, let me atone for all the shit that I've done by at least jumping this off.
Right. And I don't see anybody like that coming to the forefront at this point. To your point, Warren Buffett and Bill Gates are probably the closest that we could get to it.
Bill Gates is
But he's a tech bro at the end of the
day. Bill Gates is the opposite of that.
I think to an extent, yes. And I'm not saying that he would do it for the right reasons, but he may do the right thing for the wrong reasons. And what I mean by that is standing against the rest of big tech. Because we know Meta, X, Bezos, like we know they're all in bed with the enemy and that they are the enemy.
I mean, once you get so much money, it's kind of hard for you
to justify that you're the good guy.
Right. You know what I'm saying? Like, even if you have intentions on trying to make things right, it's still like, bruh.
Nah, son.
You know, like you gonna have to prove it to me, and that's the irony of it. You know what I'm saying? Back in the day, you proved it through battle.
Right.
But these people that we're speaking on are too old for battle.
Right.
So how else will you prove?
I think that's a fair comment.
Like, there's no other proof other than the money, and we know that the money is netted in a way. You know what I'm saying? It's not like you can drop $500,000 to each militia group that you knew was wanting to ride for your specific cause. No, the banks, the government, all that will catch most of that, and it's not coming. You know what I'm saying? Like,
and that was the point of the guy that runs like the Roman history podcast, which was you do need someone that can step in as a figurehead in order to move forward, but it is generally unrest from a bunch of different groups, not a specific group,
right,
that brings about the revolution.
Right.
And
don't get me wrong,
the whole idea that, and what they also talked about in that podcast was like the incident at Kent State, the Kent State shooting back around, I think it was either the Korean War or the Vietnam War, I can't remember, before my time.
Where they killed the students.
Right.
Yeah.
And popular opinion at that point was not in the students' favor.
Right.
So the question is can something happen? And I think you almost saw it with ICE in LA, but you need an incident like that that will garner popular support.
Make no mistake about it. That's the only way we'll all unite.
Right. And it doesn't mean that we're all coming from the same place and the same cause, but if we all see the same, that's a fucking problem.
Yeah, no, that's what when I say that's the only way we would unite is, like you said, a bunch of groups.
It's a common enemy. It's not a common cause.
Right. Like the trust and believe. The only way, just like the wars back in the day, the only way racist white folks will fight alongside black and browns is once they see how black and browns get down.
Right.
So if the browns get at ICE and the whites is like, I like the way you handled your business there, and the blacks get it, shit, everybody. The fuck that, I mean, that's horseshoes and hand grenades, motherfucker. Just throw it up in the air, you gonna land by somebody that oppressed you.
Well, and I think that's why you're seeing such, I don't know, I think in a lot of cases, like reserved police response to things versus the past. And I think it's also why you are seeing the military deployed for de-escalation more than anything else.
It's the lack of chemtrails.
Right.
It's the lack of chemtrails. You have to put your financial priorities elsewhere because now you know that shit could potentially get
pop
real.
Off. Right. Yep.
We can't afford to be paying for the police to come with tactical gear every time a white woman sheds tears.
Facts.
You know what I'm saying? Now we got to worry about what happens if they get upset that this is the 1,001 white woman that shed tears.
So what we need to do is we need to, for entertainment purposes only, kidnap a group of white women while the real attack happens somewhere else. Fake fight over here, real fight over here. For entertainment purposes only.
I was kidding. I was only kidding.
Listen, this might be the only time you see a person edit where they don't edit the words, they edit the
person out. Do I need to go back and put a black box over you?
That goes to a still shot of just Mike.
I promise you that it won't be your face on the screen if AI clips that one out. How about
Listen,
that?
it won't be me around white women either. I guarantee you that. I guarantee that.
Not even if she's got big lips, Cliff?
You can't fool me with a Scar Joe, Angelina Joe. Angelina Joe, Scar Joe. We know what's happening, ho. The next big lip white woman is gonna be a Joe.
Probably.
Ain't no probably about it. Coincidences.
All right, man.
You gotta trust them.
What else you got?
I almost said what were we talking about, but I remember the last thing that you just said. And then I was like, good on that. Good on that conversation. I don't know. I'm just so sick of this fucking hearing about this fucking orange demon.
Yeah.
Who
definitely isn't on the Epstein files that don't exist. So don't worry about it. Why are we still talking about that?
You seen the
Are we still talking about that?
Right, the
Jeffrey
clip where
Epstein's been dead for 30 years. Why are we still talking about that? I don't understand.
He said, "Oil, bitch, who said anything about oil?
Oil?
What, you cooking or something?" He's like, "Get out of here."
You know what? I don't care about oil. You know what I care about? MARS. Mars,
what the
bitches.
fuck? See, now this is a prime opportunity right now, though. I'm just saying, like, I don't know if it's gonna be Key and Peele, Drewski, Dave Chappelle clearly passed the torch, but right now, you thought Black Bush was funny?
Black Trump would be fucking
amazing. Man, let's stop fucking playing.
Can we start pitching that skit to SNL so the next time that Dave hosts, he can do some Black Trump skits?
No SNL.
I just don't know where else. I just don't know where else he could do some skits.
He gonna have to go independent like these new rappers.
Yep. Okay.
You got the bread.
I mean, he's got to deal with Netflix for his specials. I'm sure they'd let him do some sketch comedy.
Yeah, I mean, Netflix is kind of loose with it. I ain't gonna lie. So, yeah, we need something.
I do want to hear a Dave Chappelle Trump impersonation. I mean, Black Bush is pretty hard to beat. Go up to Canada, get yourself checked out.
But see, that's the funny thing about Black Bush is that he wasn't even trying to like imitate Bush. Was just.
That's true.
Like, give me that. Give me what you believe the black version of Trump
is. I'm here for it.
Man, I am too.
I think that's $1 million idea.
I mean, either that or motherfuckers go up in arms. Like, you gonna have to make somebody laugh or something, cause shit, right now ain't just fucking peaches and cream.
Oh man.
But yeah, no, I don't got much.
All right. Well, I'm not gonna lie, it is fucking hot up here. So we're gonna keep it to an hour and 15 tonight.
This nigga finna be cutting his grass with no shirt on and shit.
No doubt, for sure. All right. Well, last word, sir.
I mean, you know, at least try at this point. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
That's all I'm saying. At least try to love everybody. I
think that's fair. And if you're having trouble receiving love for others, just dress up it. Just dress up it. Well, coming soon for one, and for two, maybe just try dressing up in some white folk activity clothes. I don't know. Maybe that'll help.
It might.
Oh man, do us a favor: like, share, subscribe, tell a friend to tell a friend, tell an enemy, tell them to troll. Check us out on all socials at Foolproof Net, and with all that, peace out, fools.